Is that working now? Okay,
That
cool.
looks much better. Cool.
Cool. Thank you, man.
Random. Cool. Cheers. Bye.
Thank you, bro.
Bye. Cool.
See you in there.
Good afternoon and welcome to this session on YouTube. Hello everybody, we have Coach Severin in the house and we have Scott as well. Please let's do a quick sound check, make sure that everything is okay on that department. We're wearing our Santa hat, so happy Christmas everybody. Let's do a quick
Hello.
Yep.
Hello everyone, I hope you're doing good. I hope you can all hear me as well.
Yep.
Hello, everyone. I hope you're doing well wherever you are. Good morning, good afternoon. Great to be back and great to see some familiar faces here in the chat. Let me know if you can hear me all right.
Yeah, sounds good on my end, and it looks like everything on their end too. So hello everybody, let's just do a quick hello. We've got CV Near, Pavillon Nicolas, chat champions in this house, obviously. Jelly, Novel, TJ, Capricorn, Jay, yeah, some familiar names, Captain Bitcoin, Splashfire, Ludwig, Eli. Yeah, quite Donald Trump is here today as well. Perfect. We love you, Donald Trump. Is Elon Musk here as well? Maybe not. Maybe he's too busy. But yeah, nice to see you all. Welcome. We are live streaming on YouTube. It's a Christmas special where we'll be going through some trades if we see them, if they come to us. I want to wish you all a happy and very Merry Christmas. It's been a cracking year, and here we are coming up to Christmas 2024, about to roll over. So pass it over to Severin. Maybe you can.
Yeah, I can actually cover a trade that I'm currently in this. So if you go over to my screen, what we've seen on Nasdaq this morning has been this crazy trend line. It was so well respected, and it's not really my way of trading, to be honest, but I saw the flip. That was also the local 7.5. And I did take a long trade down here. So let me show you. That was the flip of this trend line as well as the 7.5 down here. We also had, I think it was the 1 minute SMA flip down there. And yeah, that trade just took off massively. So I'm still in this trade currently for $2,800 profit. And no real reason to close this yet, because all we do is still form higher lows here. If we look at TradingView, very simple to identify. The series of higher lows still intact. So yeah, that is a very nice long trade, to be honest. I wasn't expecting that to pump that massively, but hey ho, I'm gonna take it. That's a nice Christmas present there. So I'm very happy with that.
That's a good one. I also took the same long, but I folded a lot earlier than that because I was not expecting that complete move between the 2100s, and it just broke and it just went. So regrettably, I did close mine a lot earlier, but yeah, I made about 1,500 on that one. And nice. Yeah, currently on the day 2,200. So let's see if we can grab a couple of trades here over the next couple of hours. What about you, my friend Scott? How you been? How's things?
Been great. Thank you for asking. I hope you are both doing well also. No trades yet for me this morning. We took several trades yesterday on our live trading stream with our community. Yeah. It was extremely volatile, and I'm recognizing that we are in December, one of the lower volumes of the month, lower volume months of the year, excuse me, and that we on NASDAQ yesterday we had a little bit of a scenario where the price was snapping back and forth so quickly that it was hard to get in a trade without a too big of invalidation. So maybe we'll see a little better price action today. The pre-market price action has been beautiful, as Severin was outlining. But also, I have to acknowledge that on the daily time frame, yesterday we did make a lower low. Wednesday we made a massive lower low. Yesterday making a lower high. And again, another lower low. So a change of market structure on the daily time frame potentially forming. So that's got me feeling a little more bearish. But that being said, I won't let the bias affect my trading. And I've seen that Bitcoin has also made an incredible move. And Coach Igor, I know you had a great trading setup yesterday that hit target. That was quite
just yesterday.
Just yesterday. So, and every day. No. Yesterday in particular.
Yeah, BTC has been my baby. Honestly, it's been so refreshing to see the whole plan come together. And I'll probably share my screen now and go over a couple of things here. But I mean, if you're a champion or even a contender, because we do some streams that the contenders can see some of the stuff that we are doing here, you will know that we've been pretty much really hugging BTC to this plan, like to the, just pinpointing every move really. It's been really good. Like the acknowledgement up here of the trend turning around and potentially rolling over from that 108,500 that we had as our top target to the gap and exposure to the downside on just after Tuesday as we opened. So we had the early signs of the move that wanted to come back down and test this weekly one time frame break. We had the alerts, and I'll probably just show you a few things here. Let me just see if I can go over to Discord. There you go. So there's Discord, and I'm gonna try and show you. Like, we've been doing quite a lot of stuff, but the plan on BTC has been nothing but perfect, because we've been able to just basically call the moves just based on the on a simple plan, and it's been really good. So we were looking for the 102.900. We got it around the 103 yesterday. That was the short trade, and we jumped on that, and you can see here likely go all the way to lower prices into the one time framing break around the 94,450, which we basically hit this morning. Talk about a plan coming together, and that was it this morning there. So very proud to see it, coming up to our level yesterday, 102, 900 into that 103 upon the New York Open, went to our level, short triggered entry. And then just since then, it was just like lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs into the close right at 8:30 my time, 9 o'clock, where we spent majority of the day going sideways, as you can see there, and the overnight trading. And then this morning, as the London Stock Exchange opens, we go straight to that point of control, reject above this little high here, and then straight into that one time framing break on the weekly. And the plan has been set out throughout the last few weeks, it's been really good. I think if you are a champion, you can let us know how it's been. And so for today, it's nice to see the rise now. And earlier when we were hitting the level, there were still so many stops below, and you can just see it. I was using the SF, which is a liquidity real-time sort of like heartbeat of the market, and I was looking at it down here, and I could see that there were still so many more trades to be triggered. We triggered all of those lots, and then obviously kind of trying to change this trend. But we must be aware that RTH is about to open in about 10 minutes. So it will be nice to see where the big boys want to open this market. Will they go back inside value and hold this 94,500? That would be key. And what I say to my students and people at Chart Champions is sometimes it's best to be a little bit late than too early. That's what we've been doing here. We've been looking for those little nuances that gives us that hindsight of the market to then be on the right side, because for now this is still making lower lows, lower highs, so we need to be a little bit cautious on here, but we know that we've hit that target for the higher time frame. So the target was simply to go all the way on this little downtrend down to this weekly one time framing break. We've done it during overnight, but you can't see a candle here yet. There's no candle here because this is RTH. So during overnight, we're there now, but I would like to see, do we box that in once the market opens? And that will give us a little bit more detail and depth on this market. So should be very interesting to see. And I'll sure be updating you guys as we go along. Back to you, boys.
Yeah, nice. So I also have something I'm looking at on BTC on Ethereum locally. So I can go over that real quick, as I shared the plan a while ago in my channel. And that's what I'm looking at on Bitcoin. So we've hit, as you said, that big target here, naked point of control, also this uptrend trend line here. And what I want to see for a long trade, for a day trade / scalp trade, would be the 5-minute market structure change here. So we have seen that new high being made, and I'm now interested in a CC retest if we get it. Okay, that is, it hasn't happened yet, so I want to stay patient for that if we get a retest, and looking for something very similar on Ethereum, because we have seen the move into a nice uptrend anchored VWAP, as well as a weekly naked point of control. I would prefer to see the liquidity taken at 3,000, but nevertheless, if I see a 5-minute market structure change here, then I would be interested in a CC retest for a long trade. And what's great about this move is that I was very open with me taking that short trade here. I even posted that one on Twitter. So while we were still trading up here, and we can see from my big short target, we dropped 24%. So that was
just
not
a casual
too
24%.
Yeah, Bitcoin nailing the high on Bitcoin. I gave the high on Ethereum. So what else do you want, right? Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, epic.
Amazing stuff.
But yeah, now we're waiting. Sorry, go on. You take off. Yeah.
Yeah, no, the trade on Nasdaq is still looking good. I trailed my stop loss a little bit higher. Currently sitting in 2,900 profits down here. See if we can break the 3,000 mark. Yeah, the past 2 days, these trades really took off. So yesterday pre-market, I was already in a very large trade. And now we see it again. So that's obviously great.
This is it. During London, sometimes you get those nice, sweet setups. And depending on the location, you can hold them for a little bit longer. It's not very often they happen, but when they do, it's good. So yeah, now if you can hold it a little bit longer, that would be nice. Let's see where the market opens in about 5 minutes. So let us know in the chat how you guys are doing. Are you ready for Christmas? This is a Christmas special. We're here live on YouTube. Would you all let us know how your year has been? What you're looking forward to the most in 2025. I can't believe I'm saying that. But yeah, here we are, 2025 incoming. Have you got your Christmas shopping done? Have you asked Santa to make you a better trader? What's your plan? What is your plan? Tell us, share with us. We won't tell anyone, we promise. Right, so let's 2 minutes, 5 minutes.
I've asked Santa for some new quant hour templates, so we'll see. He obliges.
We can work on that. My Santa hat keeps leaning to the side. It's my headphones, they're so big.
I think it looks great, man, and you got a lot of good feedback in there. I think a lot of people are feeling the hat. So
yeah,
I tried to find one. I went out. I tried to buy one. You can't find them this time of year. They're all sold out.
I said I was streaming the other day for the community, and the guy was just. They always come. The delivery men always come when I'm sitting down on the computer streaming. So I said, everybody, I need to go. I need to go and get my Christmas hat because you got an important stream on Friday. So I can't miss that. So I had to go, leave the stream halfway, go to the door, get my Christmas hat. But yeah, there you go. It's still not holding. So let's go. Let's put this properly here. Maybe I'll wear it like that. But yeah.
Looks great.
Keep the spirits up. What about you, Severin? What's Santa priority list for this year? I know you put a few things in there, but which one was the top one? Top on the list.
Sorry, say that again.
What's top on your list for Santa? What did you ask? What did you put in priority order? Number one. They usually have 1, 2, 3.
That's a good question. Nothing really.
What can you give a man that's got everything, right?
Yeah. Time with family. Time with family.
Yeah.
Nice one.
Oh, that is good, Severin. Thanks for your Chainlink setup last week. I made 5 figures on that and picked up a brand new motorbike today. That's nice.
Nice.
Now, talk
Way
about
to go.
Christmas.
Yeah.
That's how you do
Yeah,
it.
what kind of bike? Now, let's see some pictures. All right. No, I'm just kidding. Be safe out there. All right. We don't need another drag to pee situation.
No.
Well done. That's awesome. Beautiful from Capricorn says finally became profitable in 2024. Bought nice Christmas presents for the family. Next year, going to catch them good trades again. Well done, man. Yeah, it was a real pleasure meeting you too. Yeah, that's what it's all about, honestly. That's what we're in this for, I believe, at least some of us, for our families, for our futures. Yeah, that's what we're here for.
Absolutely. Just going to try and put this all same size.
2.5 minutes to go for NY to open.
Yes, and typically before the New York session, right a couple minutes before, I'll be doing some visualization, just doing a little bit something different, just thinking about taking good trades, visualizing good outcomes, right? Breathing in, taking some nice deep breaths, getting that oxygen flowing in your body. Something that I always do also is visualizing a losing scenario. So myself performing well in a losing scenario, accepting the loss, taking it gracefully, moving on to the next trade. These are all things that we might face today, and something that I want your mind to be mentally prepared for. So prepare for winning, but also prepare for the opportunity to lose and learn. But we'll focus on that winning outcome today. Positive vibes. Wow,
Legend.
I got a family holiday in the Alps paid by CC Education and thousands of chart hours. Well done, Isaacson. Good on you. I got an off-roading bike there. Beautiful. Yeah, well done, Pim.
And don't
good to
forget
see
the most
everybody.
important thing, smash the likes.
Mhm.
Here we go, 1 minute left. Gun to my head, would be nice to see those 21 to 150 highs taken on NQ.
Yep. Opening above the view up.
Yeah.
Nice sign. ES too.
On both ES and Nasdaq, we're opening right at the local 7.5. So once that resistance is breached, we can see a bit of continuation to the upside.
Ooh. Okay, 15 seconds. It's good comments. And the market's open.
There you are.
Here we go. New York.
Okay, good luck, everybody.
Stay
Don't
safe
rush
out
into
there.
trades, no need. Severin is already long, so he doesn't have the need to jump straight into the market. I've already closed my long from earlier. So I'm just going to be seeking a new position down here. We're opening on BTC with a gap to the downside from yesterday's close. Opening with the gap on NQ as well to the downside, and with the gap on ES. So the market is opening with a gap down. So that's a sign of change. But let's see what the bulls can do down here. I've got your screen being shared there, Severin.
Mm-hmm.
If any one of you two needs anything, just let me know and I'll share whatever the screen needs be.
Great, thank you.
As always, we're a bit patient.
Yeah, for me, no trades yet.
A little tight range here so far.
Mm-hmm.
We can clearly see price struggling up here on Nasdaq.
Yeah.
Woodchopper, man. Great to see Woodchopper.
Woodchopper is killing it, sharing really nice trades in the futures chat.
Yes.
Okay, is this enough for that rotation higher now to 250s? Or not quite yet?
Yes, looking strong on the view up retest here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wanted
Yeah,
just a little bit lower on NQ, just to give me a better risk to reward. For a scalp, that is, obviously. Okay, the gap is filled on BTC now. So they are now filling that gap. L period low.
Okay, new low made. Back of the view up.
Okay, it is tempting to potentially take a little short scalp on BTC from where we are down to sweep the the 94s, but I do have a plan here of another potential holding of this 1 weekly time framing, and I'm going to share my screen very quickly while I'm commenting on that. So we do have a potentially short scalp here from the 95 750s down to 94 500s ish. There is a potential for a short here. But just like it happened the past few weeks, every time we've come down to this level, we've been making higher highs. So this is the real deal for BTC right here. That's why overnight we have already hit our targets, which is amazing to see. But we have that potential short setup now down to that level. So let's keep an eye here, and obviously an eye on futures to see what they want to do. And we did get the drop to 95, and I missed it. Guys, can you tell me next time so that I can missed that. Yeah, because I was looking for those 90s and then up to 250s, but I think I'm a little bit too late now. I didn't get the first move. I might be able to jump. Oh, gosh, let's have a look. Not yet. Coming back inside.
Can you retest the view up here?
Yeah, retesting.
Remember how often we tested the VWAP yesterday, Scott?
I know, the moves were incredible off of that. It was like 5 times in a row.
Yeah.
I did take a quick long here off the VWAP. Just stop below the 1 minute low.
Yeah, I'm looking now. Still flat.
Yes, with a nice move.
Okay, let's see if we can get those 250s. Yeah, and I really want to see BTC here at this point, because if we can just stay exactly where it is, as in terms of the low for the day, and claim that val, which we are sitting on it right now, this could be quite nice and interesting for BTC, where they once again hold the weekly one-time framing. That would be very interesting. So I'm going to keep an eye, and this is the often that I say best to be a bit late. It's just seeing this information and then making a nice plan around it. But being Friday, obviously, and then Christmas and holiday next week, we have to be a little bit more cautious, a little bit more conservative.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it'll probably be a slow week next week, I would figure.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, is flying. NQ struggling here at the New York Open.
Yeah, I've taken a scalp short trade on ES here because we are at the previous month value area low retest. This has been a very significant level over the last couple of days. Also taking this trade as a little bit of a hedge for my long trade. If we drop from here, I want to be exposed to a short trade because that is key resistance. If that's claimed, I wouldn't be surprised to fill the single print above. So yeah, that's why I've taken this trade, and it's a very tight invalidation. It's only 16 ticks. I can go over to the left screen real quick so you can all see.
Yeah, if you want to share, we can see.
Yeah, it's up here. Still in the Nasdaq trade, and now also in that ES trade. Let's see how is the Nasdaq going to 9. Good.
Nasdaq's looking okay. 250 is looking prime.
Yeah, that's target. I'm going to trail my stop up just in case we come back down.
Here.
Yeah, we do have a nice gap on NQ, and that gap fill is all the way up to 57.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, rejecting here.
Nice drop on ES already.
Yeah.
2.
Yeah, just unable to go higher.
Yeah, I can de-risk this trade by now. It's up 260, so this is finished up here. That was a very clean rejection. If it goes up there again, I wouldn't be surprised to see a new high. So at this point, I'm just keeping this trade open, not managing this to, yeah, as I said, be exposed to a short trade as well. I prefer higher though on both because my Nasdaq is obviously the better position. So I prefer to be stopped on that ES trade and let the Nasdaq trade run.
100%.
Okay, they're trying to come back on Nasdaq now.
Come on.
And very probable to make a new high here. That's, you can see that here, right? So we've got the initial rejection, but at this point it was likely that if we test this previous month value area low again, we're going to make a new high. So I was able to de-risk that trade, move stop loss to break even, because yeah, for a move like this, very probable that it's going to take the high after testing a couple of times. That was finished. Testing again means new highs likely.
Cool.
There you go.
Stopped me out of break even and then ran. Perfect.
Oh, did you get
Gotta love
stopped
that.
out?
Yeah, I got stopped out at that last move down, and then
Where was your
well, you're
entry?
still in though, right?
Yes, I'm
It
still in
was
it.
around 196.
Yeah, we're
Liquidity has
still
been
not quite
taken
there
off
yet.
the books now.
Still not quite there. There you go. So we're moving through. I'm just going to move my, I'm going to kind of like box in this trade. So I'm going to move my stop up and take profit with it. And I'll share my screen for that so people can see. So here's my trade. So I'm just going to keep maximizing this here. So now stop will be at 27. And that will give us some nice profits because we're reaching that 250 target. And this is what I like to do. So as we reach the 50 target, I will then box this in as further. So we're up $1,000 on this trade from that open on there. We're coming into the gap as well. So 47 now. So now I've got my stop at target, but take profit is much higher now. So if it runs, I'll run with the profits, as you can see there. So I'll just keep doing this until I get stopped out because I'm above my target. So it's kind of like keeping those winners running. And it's playing out really well. So that's 1,500.
My Nasdaq trade now also sitting in 4,000 profit.
Nice one.
Nice trade, fellas. Nice trade.
Now, just nice and collected, calm. We saw the gap. It's coming into the gap. I'll share my second screen. And I'm just, look, the target was 50, but, you know, it's nice to box in. I try to sometimes explain this to some students, and some students are not kind of ready for it. They don't understand. But it's like what we always hear about, you know, traders saying, oh, keep your winners longer than your losers, like just keep them running. And this is what we're doing here. We're boxing it in. So currently up 2,000. Your trade must be really killing it.
Yeah, 4,600 now.
Nice one.
Who caught that trade? Who caught that trade with us? Put some W's in the chat.
You could just see it. So yeah, there you go. We're about to get stopped. I might just move it down to 90 just to see if they leave me alone. A little bit more. No. Okay, perfect. Big bubble. Just one more. Bastards. They took it. Excuse me, the French language there, but we are up now $3,824. That's not bad for a couple of trades there today. And they might continue now into those 310. So if you're long, stick with it maybe a little bit longer. But we could see, so the gap is still sitting at 52, I would say. So there's still a little bit more room here. But what are they doing? You can see there on the left, they are touching the swing low from, this is Wednesday. You can see there to the tick. This market, sometimes it just really gives you. So a little pullback down to the 50s. We could potentially see that gap fill sitting at 56, call it 57. And on the SF, yeah, go on.
I am now, by the way, trailing aggressively. So my stop loss will be trailed below the 1 minute low because I want to lock these profits here. And that would
You're boxing
ensure,
it in.
Yes, that would give me at least $4,000 profit on that trade. So if we make a new low here, fine, but I want to take some profits.
See if they hold into the 310s. 310s, there's quite a big large order there waiting. They might drop it a little bit into the 70s before they go up there. Sometimes they like to trick people in thinking this is the high. So yeah, 80s now. Let's see if they get to the 70s, 75.
There we go. I'm out of this trade
75s.
for
and then
4,000.
That's beautiful. Okay, 70s hit. Let's see if they now push it all the way up to those 310s. That'd be cool to see here on stream. Are you flat now, everybody?
Flat.
I am now flat. Yes, we are hitting some nice resistance here. So yes, retesting previous day low, even a good scalp trade. I was a little bit too late on that one though.
God, that 308 was daily value area high as well. Wow, so perfect. All right, so they back testing again that 7. I'm going to share my screen so you can see what I'm seeing. So there you go. So that's the 70 level once, little pullback, back down, and then there's the 60s with big liquidity. And but there's still unfinished targets up here. So let's see if they keep that for later. They remove these bids at the 60s. Might just go straight through there because, you know, support has been rug pulled. Oh, no, they're holding. Let me just put the NQ bid tape. Okay, quite a few orders being filled there. So they might hold those 60s still. But at this point, we're not really interested in the retest here. But it could be a good trade up to the 310s. From here, you want to see that kind of like shift above the 70s. Because that was the initial kind of like entry target. They decided to bring them just slightly lower into the 60s. Still holding. And if you take the long here, aim for 310s. Simples. And if you get stopped out, not financial advice.
That's fun.
But yeah, but we took the better trade, which was that retest of the 95s down there. So retest 95, stop below the lows at 85s, and that gave us this nice run. And I'll share my other screen so you can see it here. So, you know, you've got this consolidation at the open. You can see price is trying once, twice, 3 times here to get the drop, just failing to do so. The third time comes back down, sweeps the low. So that's a nice kind of like place where if it has to go lower, it has to go here, but instead closes back inside and then off to the races. So now we're getting the pull back. It's quite a nice reaction though. You know, they're really suppressing this down. So the gap has not been filled there. We can actually rename this as a gap and keep an eye on that. And now let's take a look at BTC. So BTC trying to get inside the range from yesterday and holding those higher highs and higher lows, still higher time frame, still up. Becoming very interesting here on BTC. Back to you, boys.
Yep, just still flat. Watching here.
Yeah, I'm looking for a previous supply retest around 21,230 on Nasdaq, lining up with the NYVWAP for now.
Same here. A little bit of 1 minute demand. Supply, I mean.
Don't know, this here looks interesting.
Yeah, ES also hit the NYVWAP already.
Yeah, quite a few orders around here now coming through. Yeah, it looks interesting there on NQ. I've not taken the long now. I'm going to sit out for a little bit.
Okay.
I'm also waiting.
Igor's been on fire so much lately that his house didn't need much heating this winter. Oh, there you go. There's the move on NQ. We could see it forming there. Oh man, that's funny. That's a nice move. There you go. So this is what I was looking at. So we've got the 60s support comes down once. Well, initially the 70s, but went through into that liquidity that was pulled, by the way. So went through, back test, lower low, and then just here that consolidation, just like we had at the open, and then that little tiny baby scalp into the upside. So that's nice to see. It's like a micro fractal within a bigger fractal. Let's look at ES, see if we can find a trade here.
I'm looking at a potential long here on NQ on the retest of the 8 EMA, retest of that 60s. But let's see how ES is looking.
Yeah, not the best yet. Yeah, not the best yet here. Because it wants to come and take all of the... yeah, there you go. I'm going to keep an eye on BTC now. Let's see, because we could get a little trade here as well.
On NQ, I really want to see that supply zone.
'30s.
About to hit that.
You have it. That's a little bit weak from NQ and ES not to fully. I mean, ES did, to be fair, like did it in style, but not. I'm just looking at NQ.
See one more push below the lows maybe, and then, okay, let's see if we can now bounce or not.
Yeah,
Yeah, there was not much support done there at the 30s though. We did initially trigger there a couple of orders, but there was just not much follow through as of yet. Yeah, ES completely filled in that gap and then just moved away straight away from it. So I'm thinking maybe the market doesn't want to trade higher today just with that information. I'll share what I'm looking at. So this is TPO. Obviously we're on YouTube, so I'm not sure how many people use TPO, but you have this session here. So this is yesterday's session, okay? And this is the M period low with the N. So this is a complete closure of M period, which was exactly at 59.32. And we've just opened session A. So this is the New York Open. And we went up here and we printed it right up to that low. So if, for those unfamiliar with TPO, we can have a look at the same chart, but now on Trading View. And I'm going to put the candles in. You can see we open and we went straight to yesterday's low. We filled in that gap and now we're moving away from it. So this is kind of like a sign that price didn't want to stay there. In fact, we know a bit more than that, not just like guessing. We actually know that price did not want to be in there because it only traded 5 lots in that area on that tick. So, you know, quite a bit of a nice profile. And then it got there and there was just no interest whatsoever. Only 5 lots. So we know that, you know, price didn't want to accept in there, but it's accepting down here. So this is just the first clue that maybe this market wants to go lower. So we have to be a bit cautious. Not finished yet. We still have 10 minutes. This could still go back inside and print higher, but it's attempting basically. But yeah, nice to see the information coming together. But when we look at NQ did not do that. We marked the gap and you can see that NQ was a little bit weaker to get to it. And you know that NQ runs a little bit faster than ES. ES being 500 companies and NQ being only 100 and more based on Max 7. So you might as well follow the NQ or NVIDIA. There you go. So there's just that little kind of nuance that we've spotted. And there you go. The market is moving away from it.
Yep, market wants to push down here. A big rejection on the 30-minute time frame, looking like.
So you can tell, you can see how being able to identify these turning points, you can get on a nice trade. Obviously, we took the long, booked quite a few profits on that. So that was nice from the open. But this short here might be the play of the day, might be a nice trade. Because even from that on ES, that's a nice move down already. But yeah, we didn't have that on NQ. You can see there's no price in between. So between the high and the low, there's just nothing there. So it's a nice bearish gap thus far. Back to you there, boys.
Let's see, Tesla's on a little downtrend, Meta on a downtrend, Amazon on a downtrend, Apple on a downtrend, Microsoft on a downtrend, NVIDIA on a downtrend, and Google trying to change trend here, but still in a downtrend. So you can see stocks pushing down.
Don't we have the government potentially shutting down or something?
Yes, that's also happening in the US. They have a deadline for these budgets and they make it right around Christmas so that everybody's forced to vote so that they can go home for Christmas. And it looks like some people are pushing back this year and basically saying, nope, we don't want all that spending. We would like to fight the spending. So yeah, could potentially shut down the government. But I will say this, on the US, it happens at least like once a year these days. It didn't used to happen. Now it happens seemingly all the time. And it seems like it's not even a real threat. It's just more of a bargaining chip. So it's a little annoying. NQ trying to reclaim the view up here.
Yeah, that was a nice liquidity grab down there.
Yeah, I didn't even
Not
see
taking
Q
the
level.
range low, but it was the 175 low. So I have scalped a long trade here.
Here is in now. I'll show you. Screen.
Yes. Let me show you. I'm gonna have to manage this because it's a late entry.
Oh yeah, now you manage it first.
Gonna move it up. It was based off my strategy here, but that gave quite a late entry. So we will see.
All right. Yeah, it was a quick snap up on
Mhm.
NQ, that 1 minute candle all the way back above the VWAP. BTC still struggling
Oh.
at the VWAP, poked above.
Nice move up. Gonna take one off. 600 locked already. I'm gonna keep that one open.
Excellent trade there.
Yeah, good trade. I'm keeping an eye on BTC to see if I can find a little trade here for us.
Yeah, we've got some Capricorn saying we got good order flow into the local CC on BTC at the moment.
Coming up, yeah.
No.
Or you mean for the bullish or bearish? I'm looking at both, bullish and bearish. We are currently, okay, BTC is currently at this resistance, which is the value area low from yesterday's RTH session. We are also below the settlement, and we are just above the 94,500 one time framing break on the weekly. So it's such a crucial place in this chart that requires a little bit of patience, or you can really just send your chips over to the other side of the table.
Yeah, that is a nice reclaim here on Nasdaq. Was important to hold up here.
It's looking for that
So I
retest of
can-
the New York VWAP. Just barely missed it.
I'm gonna trim my stop loss up to there. So locking another 400 on that one. So that trade overall is going to secure at least 1,000.
Beast. Severin in beast
Yeah.
mode. Merry
Man,
Christmas.
No
There you go.
retest, just gone.
No. I was looking as well to see if I could jump
Me
on it
too.
a
I
little
was
bit
like, it
later.
could be like like a little something,
No.
but
I was
sorry,
actually
no worries.
I was actually looking for it at the 37s, and look where it stopped.
Mhm.
Yes, slowing down a little bit now. NQ does feel like it wants to reach higher here, but we've seen a rejection already, so maybe this is just a lower high.
Well, unfortunately, on ES side, we didn't. I mean, I don't really have much down here for support apart from 58.95 on ES. Do you guys have anything else? So yeah, we could still go and visit that 95 or 75. Those are my two
Now that-
targets for the.
PD low has been reclaimed 5,900.
Mm,
It's looking good, I think, for it to retest the 59.28 level, the 50 SMA. But we'll see. Things are slowing a little bit here. 3 minutes left in the A session.
Yep.
and look where they
Like,
pushed the ES back into. They pushed ES back into the midpoint of this session. And NQ. It's funny. It's like, let's give traders a headache. Are we gonna open at the lows or the highs? Let's just give them a headache. Let's open right at the midpoint. 50-50 coin. That's funny.
Okay.
On BTC, I'm currently looking at aggressive would have to be kind of now-ish, a little bit higher, 96,200s to 96,500s. There is a potential short scalp from this region all the way down to that 94. However, I feel like it's just too close to target to entertain a short here on BTC. So it's a little bit of a dilemma I have now by trying to get a trade here from 95s, 9s to 94 5s. It's not the best risk to reward, because by the time you get to target, you're kind of breaking a trend line, but that's when you get the confirmation. So it's a little bit tricky. And I can explain if you wish on the chats with a chart to make a little bit more clearer. But we've got 1 minute left.
Okay, 1 minute, a session here. Okay, let's see what the new session brings. A little bit of a mixed A session here, not really bullish or bearish.
Yeah, B session open will be interesting.
And if you're enjoying the content today, just please smash the likes, like and subscribe. Love to see you all back. Okay, now a nice move down here on NQ.
Yep, I'm out of this trade for 1,000 in total.
And a big open to B session with some buyers entering the chat.
Yes.
Hello.
How
Wow.
funny is that they always wait for the top of the hour to get the injection in. It's very unclear, right?
Yeah,
To be
I'm
honest,
also waiting now.
yeah. I can see a very good argument now for a short trade on NQ all the way down to the lows from where we are now. But, you know, with that wick up. But yeah, I can see this potential rollover. We do have some support here at the 40s. Let's see if it holds. Potentially holding for now, but no, I'm not convinced. Trying.
I want to see 21,200 retested.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So a short is not a bad play here, but I'm gonna keep flat for now. I'm also looking at BTC. BTC is still lingering around that 96 key area, which is yesterday's value area high, low. RTH.
Oh, it looks like NQ is continuing now. Wow.
40s held.
The cleanest price action here in this New York.
Still not convinced on this NQ rise now. Are you, Severin?
I'm still flat, still waiting. I do see the short scalp here, but I prefer to sit out and wait for a pullback if given.
Yeah, me too. It would be nice if we could go at least and take the 90s. 80s into 90s and then roll over. All the way down to the lows. 57s. Yeah, that's a good plan.
Okay, so Asura is asking, regular trading hours, what are these for BTC? Can you guys clarify? So regular trading hours are simply the trading hours for the New York session. You can look at BTC with regular trading hours, from 9:30 to 5 p.m. Eastern time, or you can just look at BTC as a 24-hour asset, something that doesn't really ever close. So there's different ways to look at it, but RTH typically just means during the New York session.
Correct. Spot on. That's what I like to look at. Trust me, the respect is insane.
What is? NQ trying to hold on here. Not looking very strong.
I do somehow non-bias, but I do see the short on BTC now. But I just don't feel like taking it because the target for me is literally just down here, and that would give me not the best trade. It's within target, but I don't feel it. I hope that makes sense. I think it's too close. If it was a little bit deeper, potentially, but because we're sandwiched here in between two key levels that I really like to trade. However, they're a little bit further apart for the short area, and I can see both of them being hit. So I might have to wait for a little bit longer here. But it sure is a nice spot. To keep an eye.
Okay, NQ wanted to make a new high here. And ES is now pumping. Let's see.
Pump up the jam.
All right, boom. New high made, and it's going to be right into the 50 SMA on the 30-minute on NQ and almost into the PD low, 21,345. So if you're still long, 345 would be a great target. See some liquidity sitting at 350 as well. And they're just going to reach right up there and get it.
They're going for the gap fill, which might bring BTC up with it, as well as obviously ES. Keep on my screen for a little bit. So we can see ES coming all the way back up to that gap low. So it's still acting as resistance. We've seen the move all the way back down to the 98s. And then we have NQ just about to box in that RTH gap from yesterday. Sitting in here.
Yep. Gap coming in at 356.
Pull back.
Okay. Off the 50 SMA on the 30-minute on NQ.
BTC just left the pull high.
96, 365, ugly high. And we did a poll. Is the BTC bull run over? We got 78% saying no, 21% saying yes, so 80-20. Pretty interesting. 700 votes. Yeah.
That's an interesting statistic. Very interesting statistic.
At
Right,
this
I
point,
will
team,
s-
we're just. Oh, sorry. Go
Sorry.
ahead.
Now you go ahead.
I was going to say we're just being patient. We're watching for. There were some setups off the open, but now we're just collecting our thoughts, watching, looking, evaluating. And you go ahead. Sorry.
I forgot what I was going to say. No, I'm kidding. I will consider a short on BTC. I'm just basically I'm looking for. Sorry, go on, Severin.
No, go ahead. So good.
Yeah, I am looking. So this is a very low time frame chart. So this is BTC. I'm using a line chart because on the CME, if you go to like a normal any chart, you'll have a lot of gaps in between price. But when you use the line, you can then see the real price action. So I can see here that we are pushing towards that settlement price. Okay, and this is what I was trying to explain earlier, and I saw a comment saying, yeah, go ahead and explain it. And it's between this value area low, which BTC is trying to get back inside, which is positive. If we do accept in here and start really running, that's great. But I'm just looking at the tempo, how we're trading in here, and it's very slow. It's like it's missing something here. I know it's Friday, holidays, blah, 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 but it's not finished. This auction here, you can see this on TPO there. And I would say settlement might be a place that if we touch, close back below, we could then potentially look for a short trade down to target. And this is what I was meaning by the trade entry here. We would have to put stop loss at least a little bit above settlement, and target is just on his. So it doesn't give us like a nice trade. So for that, you'd want to see this go higher. So you have a smaller invalidation and then a much better, obviously, target. So it's there, but not quite there yet. Sorry, go on, Severin, and I'll show you.
I am in a really good short trade on Nasdaq, closing down one more contract.
Do you want to talk us through that?
Yes. It was the 30 SMA, as Scott was saying, was hit up here. Then I was waiting for the reversal, the retest of 21,309, and then I took the short trade.
Beautiful.
That's a good trade.
Yeah, I think VWAP now lining up with that key POC as well, Severin.
Yeah, it was 3 contracts initially, so 2 take profits, and now I'm just gonna let that one run or stop at break even, so also fine.
That's a good trade.
Yes, hitting some good support here as well. Let me check that actually. ES, I might take a scalp long on ES here. I'm gonna do it.
I'll keep on your screen, so keep us up to date.
Yeah,
Some nice support here on NQ at the New York VWAP.
Yeah, same for ES. Nice bounce on ES.
Let us know in the chat if you're enjoying the stream, catching quite a few nuggets from Severin, myself, as well as Scott.
Wow, yes, yeah, I can de-risk it up to 60. Nasdaq might be stopped at break even on the last one.
I think he meant 50 SMA on the 30-minute.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, it's our to-go trend check, isn't it?
Yes,
absolutely, and it's been
very
strong
good.
resistance.
And
strong
what
resistance.
a rejection. To be honest, I missed that, but I will share my screen and show you exactly how it looked like at the time. Look at that. That is a beautiful trade. You sweep the high, sweep the current high into that. That is so beautiful. Well done, Severin, for noticing.
Yeah,
I should leave this on all the time. Sometimes I turn it off because I like my charts clean.
and this ES trade, 450. Wow, 470. That one is running.
And that's
Look at this. Yeah, that's ES and bounced $500. That's insane. Well, I called that one, so 600. Wow, what a pump.
There you
What
go.
a great trade that was. And today's been a very, very big day again. Yeah, that was present again. I'm gonna trail my stop loss very aggressively again because I want to just make money.
Just do it.
So
yeah, I can see
worst
that
case, Worst
Take it to
case,
the
I'll
high.
make 550.
Take it to 32. Come on, do it. Let's push it. Let's start blowing on this. Go, go. BTC. Let's take a look. Yeah, BTC is still there. Same place. Wants to touch that settlement.
And I'm out for 550.
Beauty.
Nicely done.
What an
Wow,
amazing
today
trade.
this volatility. I'm up 5 figures now.
Brilliant.
Way to go, man. So, Jack to P is saying he's proud of you, Severin. I think we all share that. You are a legend. It's been amazing to watch you both trade. Honestly, it's been a darn treat. That is a Christmas present in itself. New high made on NASDAQ.
Yeah, retesting previous day low now.
What a bunch of markets, eh?
Yes.
Left, right, and center.
Is there a video on CC website on how to set up futures trading that you guys are doing right now? Yes, of course. There is a complete series on that.
Do you want more? You've got templates. You've got rundowns. You've
Everything.
got Q&As. You've got
Daily plans.
daily. You know what you have now? You have this. This is my BT. This I do this for NQ, yes, and all the others. But this one for BTC, every day when I update this list here, and you can see this has been on point. Honestly, if there's a champion here, just, spread the love. This has been on point very, very well recently, and well, for quite some time. And when I update this, it actually updates on everybody's charts, which is a little bit too much, but that's being shared. It's actually being
You
shared.
control it.
I know. If I change this price here, it will change to everybody. So, yeah, that's pretty good. There you go. We're hitting that settlement as we speak just now. So let me just put the candles. Yeah, we literally just hit it to the tick. So I'm going to go over to order flow and monitor this here, because this is that nice place where potentially, I'm not saying we will, potentially we could then see that run from here down to break that one-time framing. Or if price does really claim this value low and stays in here, that is nice, because we've seen that 2 weeks ago, last week, and again today. So this market is clearly looking at this low here as a massive pivot. We've taken some stops, albeit during the overnight trading. So that could be it. It was towards the latter part of the session as well, as you can see down here. So it may be complete, which is nice. So this is why this is such a key area. Hope that makes sense.
Yeah, I've taken a scalp short trade on Nasdaq based off the high that is now better on the previous day low retest. Might be stopped, very aggressive, but tight stop loss. So happy with that. Yes, thank you. The 5-minute high looked terrible, but now it looks a little bit better at least. Still trying to hold here. We will see how that plays.
A bit of a
Close is good. And that's the drop. Do I want to hold this or... Yeah, I'm just going to keep it open with a stop loss where it is.
cool.
I would
This
have
is a
liked,
trade based off the 5-minute.
yeah, I would have liked if we tapped a little bit higher.
Yeah, there's a single print above. I can see it.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for at.
Yeah.
Hesitating here. Too perfect. Like literally.
DS is also reclaiming the previous day low as we speak.
Yeah. It does look good for that push inside. It's trying. What a market.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and there you go. BTC hit that settlement straight through.
That short is stopped. And I'm going for a quick toilet break.
And then we can do some questions, Scott.
Sounds great.
Lighten up the mood for Christmas. Get everybody into the
Absolutely.
Christmas spirits.
And this has been a question that's come up quite a few times, but Igor, if you want to expand on the settlement level, what is that based on? This is something we definitely covered a lot in our group, but happy to answer again.
Let me keep it simple, right? So just so there's no ifs or buts or anything like that. So grab onto NQ or ES, okay? And this will be always published on the CME website. You can just go onto the CME website and it's going to say the previous day's settlement. Okay, that's where the settlement took place. But then after that, you're going to have the last. Last is when it closes, but a settlement will be the cash settlement. Okay, and that's typically around the M session close. And you can see here, so yesterday, and my TPO, I've actually enabled the extended hours to be part of the RTH session. And I do that because I'm aware of the low being M session low, but also during the latter part, and usually we have minutes, FOMC, well, not so much that, but earnings typically comes after the market close, and we get a lot of volume. And I like to take that volume in points. And so the last will be here. So this will be where the market actually closed. Okay, but the settlement will be M. Okay, and it's going to be give or take a few dollars. So on Quant Tower, we actually get the data from the CME, because on here we have settlement up here on the right hand side, if you can see it. And so the settlement for ES contract H5 was 59.34. So if I go here, you can see that it's very kind of close to where it says there. So give or take a few ticks. Okay, it's not going to be perfect, but that is the settlement. It's the close of the stocks, the stock market. Okay, and then after that, you have then another, 45 minutes, I think it is, 30 minutes plus 15, which is the last, and it's the last price. Okay, and that is the cash market. All right, clear? More questions?
Claro. Thanks. Thank you. And we've got a bunch of Severin toilet jokes as usual. Price is gonna dump. What else we got? Everybody hedge. Severin's on the toilet. And he's back. Okay.
And he's
Good
back.
deal.
Yeah, we've just
All
explained,
right.
Severin. We were just explaining the settlement for the 1 millionth and twice now, isn't it? Times.
Can you explain it again? I missed it.
Oh.
Yeah, sure. So the settlement price is
All right.
No,
Okay.
it's
a
great level.
The settlement. I'm not gonna do that.
Well, there's a
No,
difference
no,
between the last and the settlements.
Okay, I can explain that. No, thank you. But there you go. That's how you do it. Okay, and with the ability like these softwares like Quantower, Atos, you can pinpoint and extend or make it shorter. You can adjust the times, which is nice. So yeah, that's how you do it. Are we all flat?
All flat.
Flat like pancakes. BTC coming back inside, so you can see that settlement price came above it and said, "Yep, I like it up here. Let it be." We have 2 more ticks there to go to 97, which is the close. Yeah, if we reject here, I would be looking for that one-time framing break on the weekly. So we want to see this next 7 minutes going to be crucial.
And we can do some questions if you want, or we can keep an eye out.
Let's go questions, 7 minutes questions for C session open. Let's see where we open. We're currently still working, just to recap the markets here. ES, NQ, and BTC. So ES over here. So we're working on the initial balance. so far we have quite a nice large range initial balance. So we've got the lows down there at 98s and the highs being printed currently at 40s, around the 40s. So yeah, we're just being accepted back inside yesterday's range, as you can see there. And we're coming into the last price, but we've gone through the settlement as well here. So that's yes. So building and printing the settlement, and there you go. So NQ is actually at the settlement right now as we speak, literally right now, there, printing there. So here's a nice example of that happening in real time. Let's see what traders do it. 97 lots on the NQ. And then BTC, so this is also the initial balance, and then BTC is still printing that initial balance, trying to get back inside the value, trying to get accepted inside value. All right, let's do some questions. Scott.
That's great. Igor, could you explain what candle structure or pattern you would be looking for in order flow for a short trade?
You want to see, like, I like to see like meaningful orders being filled at that key level. And depending on the move or depending on what level it is, I will then either mark it in being aggressive upon seeing the reaction that I want to see, or I will let the price run a little bit and then go in a little bit later with limit orders based on various factors that I built into my strategies. So it's not a one size fits all. It depends on the context. So depending on the context, I will then apply that strategy. And I hope that makes sense.
Absolutely. Thank you. Okay, so what is the settlement? Just kidding. Just kidding. I put a little definition in there. If anybody wants to see it, 10:22 a.m., I put a definition in the chat. So,
that's funny. Nearly got us there.
Just kidding. It's all jokes. We got to make a few jokes, right?
Yeah, especially now around Christmas.
Okie dokie. Okay, for Severin, I believe this is a yes, but for the futures tutorial, does it also explain how to set up a broker? I believe so.
Yes.
And
yes,
also,
it does. And it also explains which brokers we are using. Yeah, so that might help. And we also are currently releasing 2 videos a week for a beginner series on YouTube, which is free to the public. And in the last video, no, I think today there was one released about, or is going to be released, I'm not quite sure, but at the beginning of the week, we released a video on the setup that I'm using. So I'm also covering my brokers and order flow software I'm using there.
Yes,
Very
also
good.
hardware as well. And these videos are incredibly well produced. I've watched them yesterday. They are excellent and they are free on YouTube. So give those a check, give those a look. Highly recommend. Okay, here's maybe a good question. I do want to ask, and I know this might be a noob question. Conrad, no noob questions, man. No noob questions. This is a good question. But do you believe you need order flow to be a profitable trader?
The answer is no, you don't need it. But if you want to take your trading to, say, a more accurate level, then it can certainly help with that. And I'll explain or expand on that. So let's say you want to buy BTC now. You could just go in there and just limit your orders, but you'll be exposed to a little bit of drawdown because, we might have a little pullback. So if you're using order flow and you're looking at the candle structure inside the candle, meaning like, the buys and the sells, you can then be patient or be with the flow of the market and wait for when you see those said orders coming in. Like a big purge on or injection on liquidity, and by using order flow you're going to be able to see that before. So for example, we often look at something like here you've got the tape, which is the time and sales, and you can see those real live orders coming through. So let's say you are looking for a level, for example, like a weekly open, and you hit that weekly open, yet price continues going a little bit higher because there's a bigger order above. So instead of ordering here and having to be, let's say, $500 underwater, you might as well wait for the level to be hit, watch price then come back below and close at 1 minute, 2 minutes, depending on the trade that you're going for, and then you take that trade. So it's not needed for your trading, but by having it and understanding it, you could be just slightly ahead and managing your risk better.
Absolutely agree. And like right now, for example, I'm looking at the order flow on NASDAQ, and it appears to me to be similar to a short squeeze, right? We've got tons of buyers coming into the market really quickly, just basically relentlessly. So to me, this is kind of indicative of a move where we wouldn't want to try to short until the move is over, right? Because this thing can pump and pump and pump. We've been dropping the last couple of days, and now we're seeing sort of that potential, those shorts coming out of the market. So go ahead.
And I can expand a little bit more on that. So, you know, I have shared it with a few other traders, but typically when price gets above or below that key level that we've just spoke about, you will see that injection to that side. So it's either going to accept or reject. And I'll show you NQ now. So as soon as, and I'm going to zoom in so you can see it. Okay. So here we go. So you have M period low. That's the settlement for NQ. As soon as you traded one tick above that, look at the volume. We went from 600 to 1,000, and then 2 ticks above 1,000 again. That's a lot of volume, and that's on NQ, this 30-minute period. So the market waits until it gets to those certain levels, and then it just expands and runs with it. And look, since then, we're just running back to value. So now we're coming back into resistance again once more. So it's very important, those levels.
Thank you. Igor and Severin own the markets. Like that. Maybe not own them, but they definitely show them who's the boss.
Okay, and on BTC now we have A and B. So the market appears to be accepting back inside yesterday's value, okay, which is good. C session just open, so we can say that price is really trying to accept in here. And if you wish to go with long trades, I would say a nice place, it's 96,500, because at that point you'll have the retracement back down into the B session midpoint, and you have 2 candles inside value, so it's acceptable. Okay, that's on BTC.
Beautiful.
Yeah, markets are flying now. ES and Nasdaq really squeezing.
Yep. Stocks squeezing as well. It's nice to see because we've had a lot of downside pressure, and maybe some of that pressure is getting relieved. That doesn't mean this is, we're going to go back to all-time highs tomorrow or anything, but just means this is for this session.
Really funny.
That would be crazy. I mean, it's possible. Anything's possible, right? So it is the markets.
That would be the biggest dump since what? Since the 2000s, isn't it? No, maybe not. Maybe not that far. And then the biggest rise thereafter.
Yeah, it was like 5 or 6% in a single day.
Yeah.
On last Wednesday. So
yeah,
gotta love that. Good old FOMC day. Oh, Herablos is loving the new playlist, Severin. Beautiful.
Nice.
Davidas is spreading some love. Good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. Happy holidays to you. Okay,
funny.
Igor, can you drop us some Happy Meal with nuggets for Christmas? Oh yeah, that's what we're doing. That is what we're doing. Okay, question from Severin. From a fundamental point of view, why did DXY hit a high since 2022? Is it just a business cycle, contracts for the year ending, or something else? Thank you.
The DXY, I'm no longer checking the DXY too much, but so there is a inverse correlation with markets that are paired against the USD. So for example, if Nasdaq is going up, likely DXY is going to go down. But it is a very sporadic correlation. So I've done a lesson a while ago, which is called correlations in trading. and I analyzed the correlation with DXY and these markets, and what I was able to find was that the correlation is very sporadic. So sometimes we get a very significant correlation, and then at some point the correlation is completely off. So I myself am no longer checking it. What I prefer to do is look at the big or the largest weighted stocks and no longer check the DXY too much, as it's not really giving me a consistent edge.
Absolutely. And just one thing to add to that, there is a really nice indicator on TradingView called the correlation coefficient.
Exactly.
And it will bring up two assets that you can basically look at. They're correlated being a 1 and uncorrelated being a -1, I believe. But yeah, that's really helpful, especially if you're looking to see, hey, are these two assets moving together? You can use the correlation coefficient indicator to check.
Yeah, we're coming into the previous day EQ now on NASDAQ. Buying volume slowing down a little bit up here. Still strong, not in the short yet, but I'm watching. It would be against the trend, obviously.
21.6 is a full rotation, though.
Yes, I know.
Very close.
This
to
is the last resistance before a full rotation.
Yeah. Oh.
And we just had a little flip there at the 500s. About to be tested again. Man, you should have held that long trade on ES. Look at it go.
Crazy.
Did you hold the NQ trade as well? The one?
No, that was I took profits when it was at around 4,000 profits. So
hey, that's not bad.
And that's good that we're talking about this, because I know a lot of traders don't know or I always struggle where to take it to. Is it going to be a trending day? And I think everybody is going to be on the same boat when it comes to taking profits. You will never ever master that, and all you can do is try your best. You can box it in, you can have your preset levels, and that will be it. You can try and come in early or late. There's never going to be this is it. It's always going to be slightly different, because the market will always be slightly different. You just have to accept that.
Yes, and the thing was, so with this long trade, I could have held that. Obviously, at this point, it would look amazing. It would have been an 8,000 profit or something at this point. But after seeing the rejection that we've had at the 21,300 level, this trade also dropped a good $2,600 in unrealized profits. So I decided to trail my stop loss, box it in. And I'm very happy that I did that, to be honest. I mean, in hindsight, it looks perfect. But at the time, that was the right decision for me. Because
100%.
then and I might have been even tempted to close it here, because at the moment we dropped down and took the liquidity. Could I have known that this will be the low and we're not going to test my entry down there? Not really, but I at least secured myself some decent profits.
No, well done.
Yep.
Yeah, we just never really 100% know for sure. No, that's where we're taking that trade to. We have a pre-plan, and sometimes it's going to be absolutely perfect, but the market will throw us, different conditions. It's like Fed releases, news events, whatever, and then the market decides, okay, well, let's just dump before get to there.
See if NQs can make a new high here. It's looking strong.
Just wants to box in that value area high, isn't it?
Back at PDEQ, ES still flying, looking like it's wanting to make the full rotation up to 59.87, previous day value area high.
So funny. The market has these nice corrections and then boom, straight back in. Good old stock market. It's unbelievable.
Is that PDEQ retest going to hold? What's the buying volume?
NVIDIA run. NVIDIA's coming into resistance now, being the 200 SMA. Let's take a look at the highs and lows here.
I'm taking the CCTR scalp short here with a very tight invalidation to see if that holds or not.
That's good. I'm going to share your screen. Keep an eye on
It's
NVIDIA on the other
this
screen.
PDEQ retest right now.
Is it a quite low scalp? Like low time
Yes.
frame, yeah? Okay.
Low time frame. Yeah, it's even based off the CCTR.
Nice.
Looks good.
Yeah, we will see. Because it can get follow through. I mean, it's been a crazy pump, but I would not trade this without having a decent profit pad. So this would never be one of my first trades, but I do see a scalp here.
I'm sharing your screen there, Severin.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
So we
let's
can
see what the
see.
buying is doing here. I think this next 1 minute is going to be important. Stocks are still continuing up.
Interestingly, we have all of the stocks coming into those
Yeah,
moving
and a new
averages.
high. Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, so we've got Tesla. Let me share my screen quickly. So we've got Tesla coming into the 200 through the 50, obviously still moving down. We've got Meta coming into the 50, 200 still moving down. We have Amazon moving to the 50, 200 moving up, everything moving down. Apple as well through the 50, touching the 200 now. And then we have Microsoft coming up to the 50 as well. There's a little bit room still there, but NVIDIA right at that 200. And it's been, you know, one touch, two touches. This is the third time now it's trying to break back above that 200, and it's been unsuccessful at 3 times thus far. So this is the 4th attempt now. And then we have, this is Google as well, touching that 50. So every single stock kind of like hitting that little overhead resistance now. Back to you.
Where's the local 7.5?
A little bit above. On the NVIDIA is literally just above these highs. That's why I like it.
Oh, but on Nasdaq we just hit it.
Oh, right. Okay. On NVIDIA, it sits right at... Look at NVIDIA. You'll like it. Look at that. 134.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, BTC still struggling there with yesterday's close. NQ trying to squeeze here, making higher highs and higher lows. Did you say you were short, yeah?
Yep.
Have you folded it? Or
Not
still?
yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
And you, Scott?
But yep, I tried to take the short, but got stopped out. So I think that's a wrap for me today, fortunately.
Stop loss was was missed by 2 ticks or something.
Ooh.
So
Nice. Good, good, good. At least one is in.
We love
And
those.
it looks good now.
It's such a
yeah.
nice feeling when you see that price coming up to your stop loss and then it just stops just before it hits it, or even hits like the price, but it hasn't hit the best bid or the best ask and it doesn't get filled, and you're like, oh.
Yeah.
It's happened a couple of times.
let's see if that can get some follow through now.
Ooh, this is a nice place here. Let's see. I mean, we did take the high there for the RTH high on NQ. So I can see why you like the short. Because I'm thinking we are kind of making still this ascending sort of like...
Yeah, it's still an
triangle.
uptrend, yeah.
Yeah. So I know I was looking at those 95s again down there, just below the 500s. But I don't know if $5 is enough to stop everybody and then back inside. So I might... Oh, there you go. Some nice activity.
Well, sellers.
But yeah, we did
Still,
have... Yeah, still held.
someone trying to defend, yeah. Also, on the very low time frames, building a little bit of bullish divergence here. So short traders, the market orders are simply filling limit
let me
longs.
stop you there. Do you want to just explain that maybe, or do you want to keep those secrets to yourself? But I think because it's Christmas, maybe we could share a little bit of that. I'm sharing a screen, by the way, just in case, people want to see.
Yeah, so that simply means, do I have a CVD here? I don't. So what we can see in this order flow template here is that there's quite a few short traders stepping in. So this is market shorts, but for now, this is simply filling limit long. So someone is trying to hold price up and trying to defend that level down here. So this is what creates bullish divergence at the moment. And that is, yeah, not the best for the short trade, but we will see. Once a bullish divergence gets invalidated, we can see follow through.
Nice. I did take the scalp long here on NQ
Cool.
on that little retest just now. So I'm going to try and see if we can push through those 50s into 30s. Market's struggling a little bit here. Around those 25s.
Making some new highs here.
Okay, once if we hit the 30s, I'll move my stop into the 12s. I'm going to share my screen so we can't see your trade. There you go. So we've just hit the 30s, so I'm going to move stop to 12s. No, actually 20s. I'm going to lock a little bit here. So I'm currently up 500. I'd like the highs to be taken first here, and then I can move it further. This is what I'm looking at. We like making higher highs and higher lows. So the back test here was nice. There's the first resistance. We're just about to get stopped. There you go. Boom. So we got stopped on that. I'm going to flatten the rest of the position. There you go. So that's another nice little scalp trade there.
Nicely done.
And it's very likely that we go and take those highs, just as you can see here. So we're basically working on that. You can see like you got the top, and then I'll just undress all of this, and I'll just put like this, so it's a little bit easier for you to see. So you can see we've got the RTH high, which is the top of this resistance from this close here, and it's just going. So if we just pin this to the first close, and then use the second close here and extend, you got the deviation, bought, take it to the 30s, claim the 30s, go to the highs, still can come back down to, I would say, 518s maybe. There you go, we're there now. If I just enable this, there you go, we literally, oh wow, look at that. Wow, look at that, literally touched the level, as I said. Wow, ain't that good? Literally came down just now, look. See if we get some follow through there. But yeah, that was a nice scalp there. Right, I'll show you a chart there. Are you still on that short trade, or you've collapsed it?
No, I'm still in the short trade, still waiting. We can clearly see that there is supply coming in up here.
And there you go, look.
But it looks like it wants to push.
But isn't it nice that even though you're on a short trade and it looks like it might really play out still, you know, I was able to take a quick long scalp.
Yeah,
I mean, nice. How cool is that? I mean, that's pretty cool. It is still holding that little trend line, and I'm going to show this on the. Let me share my screen. So we've gone through that level there twice. Look, if I put the candles, can you see? It's going. It's trying. So once level, twice, close back inside. Let's see this new candle. It's really trying here. Come on, give Severance trade.
Come on, do something.
Yeah, double low now, so very likely they'll probably go down there and take that. And if it does, then we want to see at least, what, 92s? 90s? Sharing your screen there, Severance.
Yeah.
If you want to go ahead and
I mean, for my trade, I would want to see 480 down here. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense in terms of risk to reward, but it's clearly holding these this trend line, as you were saying.
Yep.
But yeah, I can
there we go.
risk it here.
There we go, it's coming down.
And actually go over to
Come on.
Come on, do the thing.
Do the thing.
If we take the local low, then I'm gonna trail my stop loss. because it did take quite some time.
And that's something that you can't explain to people, like the feeling that you get when you take that trade and it's taking a little bit too long and it's just becoming less and less valid as the time like decay, right? Time decay.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead.
Very
Yeah,
wise.
there we go. That's a new low.
Yeah, the 90s, that's what I was saying, 92s. Let's see if we get to 92s and bounce. That would be so funny. Again, we're like calling the market as it's...
So my stop loss is now at break even. I would want to take a take profit when at 480.
If it is 92, that's it. I'm leaving.
Should I move it up to 92?
Yeah.
But we're breaking the local trend line here.
I don't know. What was the low on this? Hang on a minute. We just hit 92.
91.50.
Yeah.
92.
No, that... Oh man, that is funny. Ladies and gents, look. Look. It's 91.75. Sorry, I was wrong. It's not 92. It's 91.75. Missed it by 25 cents. Oh.
Yeah.
What?
Nah, I was wrong. That's it. Pump it to Maria now. Send it to 50s. It's just so funny. That is funny. It's hilarious. Maybe it's a gift from Christmas. Maybe it's going to come down and sweep it now. There you go.
Yeah,
it's best if I'm wrong on this. I can't be right all the time. It's best if it goes through that. So
give me a TP1.
Yes. At least it gave you it came down to 92 just to give you the take profit. The market the market makers, they're listening to this stream. They're like, oh man, these traders, they're killing the markets. Let's go find out what they're doing. There we go. Broken through those 90s. And now we get the bounce. BTC
closing
update.
down one. On at least take 500. But if we drop from here, this can get some massive follow through now that it spends so much time up here. It's spending a nice range, and losing that range can get some follow through.
The POC just shifted down as well to 21.5. So value is building slightly lower on this range here. I would actually like that to happen, to be honest. I mean, we could still see those 590s, which is the value area high rotation. That would be nice to see, but I would prefer if we rejected here as well as BTC rejecting this close and then come down and fill that one time framing break on the RTH. That would be my preferred scenario. So we never got the short entry trigger at 96, the settlement and point of control, and we still don't have it. It's just the move up on BTC is very slow and steady. Tempo is super slow, unlike ES and NQ, which is like, you can see it jumping all over the chart there. I mean, look at Severin's CCTR. So these candles print at a certain ticks. So for example, for ES, he's got like a different tick range there where it's calculating 3 by 1, and on NQ is 12 by 7. And so that will be the current heartbeat of the market. So you'll see more swing highs and swing lows, which enables, you know, us and Severin to obviously take a little bit more trades, because we can see that like low time frame. If you put a 1 minute chart there, you're going to see a total different chart. And then if you use a tick chart like the SF DOM surface, you're going to see a different kind of chart. So, you know, by using these different tools, we can see the market on a different set of eyes. I mean, look at that 92. We came close to that 92, but look, where was the real meat in the sandwich, as they say? If I zoom in, you'll be able to tell me the real meat in the sandwich was at 90, and that's where we bounced from into those 30s again. So it's kind of cool to see it come to fruition.
And if you guys want to cover some more questions, we can do that.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yes, please.
Okay, this is a question for both of you. And maybe you could talk each about one or two setups that you like. This question is from Thomas. What are your entry triggers when you are scalping?
I said
There
mine.
is-
You can go ahead and do yours.
Yeah. So for me, I have released a new strategy lesson just a few weeks ago that is a very well-defined yes or no answer type of entry criteria. But I can obviously not share it to the public because that's exclusive for the members. But I know exactly what I want to see for an entry. It's almost like a checklist. I want to see a couple of things, and once that criteria is met, I'm going to take a trade. If one of my areas of interest is hit, obviously, so either a resistance or support, then I can just go through these three things. If that's hit or met, then I'm going to take a trade. If not, then I'm refraining from taking a trade, and that gives me a pretty good win rate.
Very nice.
Awesome, thank you.
We are still fighting with this zone up there. You can see it here on Nasdaq.
Yeah, it's previous day equilibrium, but the POC now is shifted up. So it's such a mix. And I can show you all here on the... So this is what I like to have. And I know Scott, for example, uses the same now. Because you just get so much information, but it's not too cluttered. So you can see today's today's profile here on the left. And then here on the middle point, you've got yesterday's range, okay? And then here, and the delta as well. And then here, you've got 2 days RTH profile. And then this period here, this is the 30-minute period. So whatever is happening within this C period auction. And it's really incredible to see because we're spending all of this time around yesterday's midpoint, okay? And the POC has been in the middle. It's been down here. And then it's shifted now to here where there's 3K in volume. And we're just about on the right-hand side. You can see we've got those higher highs and higher lows structure. We came down to those 92.75 or 91.75. And then we actually hit the actual liquidity where a bigger, much larger order was then filled. And I'll show you that what it looks like when you zoom in. So you can see that was a nice, okay order. But the best one was here. That's why I entertained that long trade back up to range high. And then we got the subsequent drop, but there you go, coming back up to those 50s, and that was my initial target for this long here. It was from the 500s all the way up to those 50s. That would have been nice, but you know, we're getting that now, and the breakthrough finally, that range POC. Very nice to see.
Yep.
Those are the tools I use.
For micro scalps, there's even an interesting place for that supply retest, but it depends on how we close above.
Yeah, I wanted to give a shout out to Nicolas Christou. He said he took 5 winning trades today in a row. His win rate for the past 2 weeks is 73%. And thank you to the coaches. It's amazing. Well done, Nicholas.
Very, very nice indeed.
Yeah, it's awesome to hear. Awesome to hear that.
See if this supply zone now holds or not.
Looks good. Yeah, BTC ever so slow. I mean, my first really alert, because I was aware of the value area low and the settlement, but my first really nice resistance, it's and the alert I have, and I'll share my daily plan, and the members can obviously, well, you all have this on your screens. It's the 98-100. We're still a little bit far away from that still as of yet, but you can see here how this has been very slow indeed. So,
yeah, maybe we can do a couple more questions and then wrap her up.
Apparently, I'm drinking whiskey, so...
Yeah, I was going to say, James joined late and is asking, is that whiskey Igor is drinking?
Oh, single malt, mate.
Whiskey drink?
Just kidding. It's a cognac. Just kidding. The rocks have melted. It's just water. Oh, man, it's funny. There we go. Move back down from that 550. Wow, that would have been insane to get that continuation earlier. But yeah, literally stopped at that 50. Let's mark it. Start to
This
notice
market's
a
been
pattern
amazing.
here. Igor is drinking Silly Bear's tears. Yeah. Well, I mean, if they are part, I mean, how long ago were we talking about it? I mean, we were talking about it for quite some time. I mean, this was when I have to share that because it was quite a while back. Because we identified the weakness, and I'm going to try and find it. Give me a second. I'm going to try and find. Okay, there you go. I found the all-time high. I hope you can all see this. I'm just going to minimize a couple of windows. Right, there you go. So here's the day that things started to shift. So you've got daily one-time framing up, weekly one-time framing up, monthly one-time framing up. Looking at all of this unfinished auction at 108.475, right there. That's what I was looking, which was 108.500. If I remind you where we topped, it was at 108.500. Let me just go back to 30 minutes. Put the candles there. Okay, so that was what we were looking for. Okay, so this is the high we were looking for. So if you look at this right there, the poor high, that was what we were looking for on this plan. So you can see there on the right, I'm looking for this high to come to fruition right there, right here, and I'm identifying the level as my target. I had more targets above, but that was the target. And I said I'm remaining cautious, as losing then the 106.500 will see prices into much lower levels. Obviously, that happened exactly as we were expecting. We saw that losing 106.600, which was even better because then we had confirmation that this trend was finished upon seeing the gap up, consolidation back up, losing below, very bearish upon having that context of a finished auction up here. And then we continued with the following price. I'm going to share the second, and you're going to have a kind of like a rundown of what happened here. So it's step by step. There you go. So the poor high repair, building value lower. So this morning trading key level failing to claim, can see price into much lower support, already identifying lower levels there and looking for the shorts. So that was from the beginning there. And then I'm going to show you the one where we actually saw the move happen, which was okay, there you go. So for this I might have to just share this other stream here. So give me a second. I actually have a Discord, yeah, here. So you can see here how losing, hope you can see this here. So I'm in a scalp short following the plan from the morning update. Going back above 105 is in validation, validates that short, and then since then it was very much like lower and lower. And then I'm going to open this chart as well to see if it's what I mentioned about the lows. So not quite that one yet, so I'm just going to do the next one instead, and you can all see what I'm doing. So those are the shorts, profits locked, looking for that, which we got, profits. And I think it's this one here where I talk about. And if I'm taking too long, let me know, guys.
Not at all. No, all good.
There you go.
Let it flow.
Yeah, so down here. So BTC repairing the poor high, had a slow building value at the RTH session lows. 106 level has been failing and now into lower support levels. So we hit this previous week EQ to the tick on this one, which was really nice to see. And we took that trade and I was basically talking to everybody. So this is what we were looking for. Yeah, to hit that EQ, and then obviously we got the drop down into the EQ as you can see here. So let me just open the next chart and push it down. Sorry, I'm just trying to move as many windows as I can. There you go. So for that nice bounce, but still looking bearish. And then the next day we came in and I made another plan, and this was the plan that gave us a really nice short trade once again, and it was done here. So BTC gave us the most perfect short trade at 105.500, area set up yesterday's plan. And now look at this, looking for the one time framing break on the weekly being 94,450. Should we reject from 102,900 to 103? So basically on this chart, looking, this is early morning, looking for price to come up to 103, 102 to 103, and then reject and go all the way down to 94,450. And the result was the move to 102,900, which was really insane. And the low was 94,465. So as you can see, it's been nothing but just goodies on BTC trading. Let me just put this one back in there very quickly again, which is here. And there you go. And this is the alert going off that we've set, and just a few memes and a few profit screenshots, and just reminding everyone of the plan that we had, and so on and so forth. I also shared some gold nuggets with the candle closes, as I like to use it. Again, a few memes there to just distract us a little bit. And yeah, and some P&L curves. Yeah, kind of funny. And then this morning, look at that. As we are hitting, okay.
Is that the BTC chart or is that your P&L?
It's a chart. But yeah, and then here this morning it's me saying, there you go, ladies and gents, BTC hitting our target. Take them stops. And you can see, you know, this is the meme I like to use for the stops, which is this little Pac-Man going around like all over the place. That's how I kind of relate to the stops being taken, because that's exactly what happens when you see price coming down to that level. Let me show you this in old-fashioned candles and hide a couple of things here. You can see as soon as it hits it, just goes above. There's nothing here. It closes back below, and look at the stops. So this candle here is the candle that injects those stops. This one, and then obviously finds support around that 92.3, which is nice to see, and then just claims the level here. So back inside, but this is during the overnight session. So the question now is, are we as in BTC, is it going to be very strong enough to claim that big resistance? Okay, so that is why today we're seeing this move very slow and steady, because the market acknowledged this is a pivotal point here. And that was my rundown there on BTC, what we've been cooking and how we've done it. But you can probably agree that it's been very detailed on how I've been doing the plans, and it's just been playing out so nicely. It's like BTC is listening to CC traders.
Epic calls.
Not calls. Let's not say calls.
Nah.
Let's say epic trajectories.
Plans.
Plans.
Yeah, no financial advice.
Yeah, no financial advice. No, it's been fun. No, honestly, jokes aside, it's just been very fun to, to come in every morning and do a plan on BTC, start on the year daily, weekly, monthly, and what's the shape of the profile, where we are, what's the context, are we building value higher, lower, what is the overall sentiment in the market, where's the point of control. And you can clearly see here that value is lower. Like you can see, since that weakness that we saw up here, it's value building lower. So I'm not interested in longs. Yes, you can scalp 1 or 2 longs here, but I'm remaining cautious. I mean, we've made money on the way up, we've made money on the way now, and now it's a time to just relax and wait for that next good opportunity. Okay.
Yeah, and ES and NQ doing the full value rotation. So we up at previous day value area high. This is key resistance on ES and Nasdaq now. Let's see.
Brilliant.
Crazy move to the upside.
Yeah, incredible move to the upside today.
All right, if we could go through the last questions, because I don't want to stay too long, because it's Friday. So yeah, if you have any special questions there for us.
Yeah. Well, we covered BTC, and that was one of the questions. And then also, I don't know, Severin, do you want to give a rundown of your ETH TA?
Just before you go, Severin, I mean, I know I've covered BTC, but this is just an overview of what's been cooking up to now and how we've been obviously, pinpointing and trading this really. But in my opinion, today, it's one of those days that it's a de-risk day. So, just take the foot off the paddle and just kind of relax a little bit, because there's more in this chart that obviously I've not shared, even with the members, and that on Monday, I will go over in detail. So if you want to be part of that,
I am in a short scalp.
You know where to find. I'm just switching over to your shot now. So go ahead.
Yeah, this was my strategy entry up here based off my predefined levels. So for the ones who are interested and want to identify what happened here. So there was a short scalp to be had. And it looks like it's gonna get stopped at break even, but I'm no longer interested in taking any profits here because either we can see a reversal here or I want to be stopped at break even, and I'm fine with that. So this is key resistance. If that is claimed, then we might as well see the previous day high taken. That is insane.
Sorry, I'm just laughing away
What a
because
squeeze.
I missed the general chat, and it's just so funny. There's quite a few memes going. Oh, it's making me giggle. I might grab a beer later and go through all of that properly because it's quite funny. Anyway, sorry, I won't bore you guys with that. Yes, it is nice to see NQ now at that 21,600 value area high. I mean, how perfect these markets are is just insane. I mean, look at it. It literally, and I know you love them so much, Severin. They are just insane. Look, the market literally, as soon as you got inside that value and settlement, right, just boom, run all the way up to the other side of the market, which was 21,600. It is really quite astonishing. So another question is, will we build value back above this and then leave this today's value below here? And then what we'll have is that kind of nice recognizable pattern, which is, you know, one block here, one block up here, and then you see the shift, and then you can trade higher. So yeah, only time will tell. Will it stick, or will it just completely reject and go back below? We can't and don't know that. So we just need to have time in our side. But sure, it is nice to see those value rotations being completed, isn't it?
Yeah, it looks good on NQ here for a drop.
Yes, it is
based off the. I'm gonna take you over to that real quick before I check ETH, and based off that close, I'm gonna potentially take another trade. Just 30 seconds to go.
This is where that patience comes into play. Not jumping in too early. See how he's waiting for the candle close. That is key.
Key to success. I love the pullback came up to the 610s. 7.5. Oh my, it's just so beautiful.
And if I take a short scalp here, this will be my last trade of the day. And with that close, I am going to take one.
I don't blame you.
Just for the scenario that this is our high for now. It's a good place, key resistance, we will see. And then I can cover Ethereum real quick, but nothing much has changed. So I gave a scenario on ETH in my channel. This was for a retest type of long trade. So we have hit some interesting support here, being the naked weekly point of control. It was also this uptrend anchored VWAP, but we did not take the liquidity at 3,000. So I would prefer to actually see that taken at some point. So we will see if we're going to get that later or not. So that is Ethereum. I am still in spot Ethereum. I'm in this short trade from up here. This is hedging my spot. So yeah, happy with these moves.
Brilliant. And you, Scott, do you want to go through anything while we have you?
At the moment, I think I'm good to go. Got a few more questions here. I don't know if we wanted to cover those.
Couple more. Select wisely.
Yeah,
We can
okay.
we can do one more, one for Igor, one for me, one for you, maybe, because I have to do some recording still. So still a busy day.
Sounds
I've
great.
got a really
Okay.
funny story about a camera that I've ordered that it's not turned up yet, and it's really bugging me. But apparently, it's coming tomorrow now. But yeah, I want to do some recordings myself, but I'm waiting for a new camera, so it should be good.
Cool.
So you
Look
can
forward to
see-
that.
So you can see my Christmas hat, full HD.
4K.
That's what I bought it just for that, for the Christmas hat in 4K. Oh, I've got to have
All
fun.
right.
Go on, go for it.
Question here for Igor. Igor, do you like the low on BTC?
No, not yet. I will tell
cool.
you that on Monday. And obviously, if you remember, you will know. But if, I need data, and I'm a data-driven trader, and we are still on a downtrend, believe it or not, on BTC. And I need these 3 periods now, ABC, coming into D now, actually. It's not sufficient for me. I've not seen what I like. The low looks good. but I've got my doubts. And what's happening here now is that we have further confluence down here for a potential further drop. So I will be very cautious going into next week, especially with the holiday. So I might even take the foot off the gas a little bit just to really let this settle, because we've been basically. I think it's a mature thing, right? When you recognize that it's been good, so why kind of like tilt it? So you might as well just relax a little bit, let the market show itself to you, because we are still on a downtrend. Okay.
That's what I'm going to do next week as well. So I will take it very easy. And for me, it's going to be day or swing trades only, no scalps.
Okay, great. And similar question for you, Severin. What would you need to see in order to entertain a swing long on BTC?
BTC is swing long. I'm still in a swing long, but my preferred area would be 72,000. Up here, it's only day trades.
Okay, great.
But this is very crucial support, in my opinion, that we've just hit at that 92,000. But this, I would only consider it as a day trading zone, not necessarily a swing trading zone.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. And I think that wraps up the questions for today.
I've just put myself in between both of you. If you can see the chat, if you can see the camera, I'm hugging you both. Happy Christmas.
This looks cool. I like this. Yeah.
Put your hands around. Put your hands around. My hands is a bit. Hello. We're giving a virtual cuddle. There you go. Come together. Come a bit closer. Come on. In the middle. There you go. That's really cool. Oh man. Happy Christmas, everybody. Go on. One more question, or have we finished? What was your question, Dad? Do you have one for you?
I didn't see any questions for me. No questions for me. So I think we can.
Pick one that was for one of us. Pick one up, maybe, and you can do it. Go on.
Let's see.
Christmas. Or do you have a question in the chat for Scott? Why don't we ask this chat? Because you've been trading with us. I mean, you've been very successful here. So you might have some insights.
Yeah,
and tune in. Don't forget to smash the likes. Don't forget it's holiday season. It's about to drop some presents. Christmas. Should have prepared.
People already posting that in the general chat, what we've just done. So that's a funny picture there.
Oh, really?
It's a good time. Nice. It looks like they want me to steal your hat, your Santa hat. I don't know if I can do that through the camera, but.
Brilliant.
All right, here. Okay, this is a good one. Scott, can you share a little bit about your loss visualization meditation routine? Absolutely. So essentially, what I like to do in the mornings or in the evenings before I trade is to finish my TA. And once I have my TA done, I like to spend maybe like 5 or 10 minutes before trading. And this is a rule I actually have. So I don't trade unless I have been through a meditation practice. And part of that meditation practice is incorporating deep breathing, as well as a small visualization portion. So basically just visualizing my life as I dream it to be, right? And visualizing me hitting all the goals that I've set for myself, and just sort of feeling the feeling. And that sounds weird, it's a little woo-woo, but feeling the feeling of having achieved what I want to achieve. And then I'll even zoom in a little bit and I'll say, okay, for today, I'm looking at my key levels in my head, right? So I'm just sort of visualizing those levels that I've set out in the TA chart, looking at what potential scenarios could come about, both on the winning side and on the losing side. And when I'm visualizing myself losing, I'm visualizing myself handling the loss well, leaving the stop at where it needs to be, taking good risk to reward trades, and basically just accepting the loss and not trying to chase price, not trying to chase those losses or make it back right away. And then for the wins, I really just imagine myself, the feeling at the end of the day where I say, okay, I can shut my computer off. I've hit my goal for the day. Time to go work out or do whatever else I need to do. And just feeling that feeling of complete, I guess you could say, satisfaction in my work. And then if you put the hard work in to support that, a lot of times, I would say most times that visualization actually comes true. Of course, some days it doesn't. and that's okay. But that's one thing I'm doing that hopefully you can incorporate too into your trading routine that will give you just a little bit of a mental edge that other people aren't doing. So this is something that I don't know if a lot of people do. I know some people who are really successful, like Severin, actually do this on a daily basis, and it really helps them. So I hope that helps, and I hope that explains a little bit of my process there.
That's really amazing. I love that.
Nice. Yeah.
I love that.
That's really good.
I love when you say complete at the end of the day, like you just feel like, yeah, I like that. That's why I love the futures, because you can just, comes to that market close and you can just go and sleep like a baby. Just, switch off. I love that. So yeah, kudos to that. People like that. It's very nice. Severin, do you want to add something else and we can then call it a day?
No, we're good. So that's all. That was a great live trading stream again. So we've had amazing volatility. Thank you all for being here. I wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. So enjoy a little bit of time with the family, some time off the charts. I'm also going to take it slow. Today's been a really big day again. So that is amazing. If you want to see more from us, you obviously know where to find us. We do these streams almost every single day. So there is a stream every single day. And other than that, you can follow us on the socials. I'm also now posting very regular trade recaps on the new Instagram account that we've set up. I think that's fun also to interact a little bit, just to show some snippets from trades I'm taking every day, so you can maybe learn something from that as well. And yeah, I just want to thank you all for being here once again, and see you in the next year.
Perfect. From my side as well, thank you all for spending an hour with us, or an hour and a half. Wish you all a Merry Christmas. I'll see you boys obviously in the chat. The Champions members will be there, contenders as well. So our guys will be trading and filling in for Daniel as well, because he's going to be away for these next few days. So we'll be filling their streams. So good. See you all in the streams in the chat, and take care. Have a lovely Christmas. And from my side, goodbye.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.